Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Weekly Hope. Last week, and rightfully so, we looked at what Jesus did with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Today, we want to look at where the disciples got that food with a message entitled A Willingness to Serve. Now, every one of the Gospels have their version of this account where Jesus fed 5,000 with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. However, only the gospel according to John tells us where the disciples got the food. For the Bible tells us in John the 6th chapter, verse 10, when Jesus asked his disciples where could they go to buy enough food to feed so many, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up and said, "Here is a boy with 5 small barley loaves of bread and 2 small fish. But how far will that go among so many?" Now, the Bible doesn't tell us anything about this little boy. We can only assume when he was asked about sharing his lunch, he was willing to do so. But you see, that willingness to sacrifice for the greater good of others reminds me of what God did when he gave his only begotten son to die upon the cross for our sins. You see, knowing what his son would have to endure, God could have been selfish or at least reluctant to allow his son to go through this process. Yet, despite that, he allowed his son to be sacrificed so that we can be saved. It's the kind of sacrifice that reminds us just how much God really loves us. Well, you see, this little boy could have been selfish and said, "I only have enough to feed myself. I don't have enough for everybody." However, despite not knowing what was going to happen, he made that sacrifice. He gave his life when it was asked for him to give it. As a result, Jesus was able to feed that 5,000, besides women and children. So when you hear the story about the 5 loaves of bread and the 2 fish, remember, sometimes we have to sacrifice a little in order to save a lot. But also remember, if we give what we have unto the Lord, or if we dedicate what we have unto the Lord, he will do the rest. So until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon.